Warning: the following video contains designs and symbolism that is reminiscent of undesirable real-world organizations. Their use in this video is purely for the purposes of adhering to established continuity and assumptions based on the established continuity. Their use does not reflect any ideals or beliefs of myself or anyone associated with this video. Any comments making reference to the real-world organizations and its members or actions both past and present will be removed. Hello everyone and welcome to another custom figure showcase, and today we will be looking at this. This is my pre-accident Davros figure. Now, just very quickly, I would like to address something which was addressed in the intro, but I would like to actually say in the video. This video does contain, and this figure is based on symbolism that is likely to what we would have seen on screen, and also what we have seen on screen and in the expanded media. I am well aware that this does appear and is very similar to outfits and symbols used by what I will hereafter refer to as the real world organization. I'm sure many of you will know which one I'm talking about, but I don't want to mention it in case the video gets flagged. So yes, the symbolism of this is very similar, but I have used this purely because it is what we've seen in the expanded media, and also it is a basis of what we have seen on screen. The use of the symbolism in this video is purely for the purposes of making the custom figure. It has absolutely nothing to do with any kind of agenda, and it does not in the slightest represent my own personal or political beliefs. So, now, just to get that out of the way, so overall we have a Brigadier body figure, we have a third Doctor's legs, and then the head is from a Roger Delgado Master, of which I have just trimmed off the beard and added a bit more hair. It's a little bit craggy around the bottom of the face where I've trimmed off the beard, but overall I'm very, very happy with it. The outfit itself I have based primarily off what we saw the Khaleds wearing in the Khaled officers wearing in Genesis of the Daleks, these sort of black tunics. But I decided to keep the braid and the epaulet symbols, and also the holster, just to make Davros look a bit more. He was a member of the scientific elite, so it's to make him sort of a bit more higher ranking as well. And obviously the armband as well, obviously that is the thing that's obviously the very reminiscent of a real world organisation. But just to clarify, and I'll put this up on screen, this design actually came from a piece of art that was done for the Big Finish Davros audio story. Obviously, as you can see, the image itself is very reminiscent of said real world organisation. So my use of it I have done simply to represent probably what we would have seen Davros wearing if we actually did see him in the episode. And obviously the symbolism is it makes sense to add it to the costume, because it's sort of, the armband in this sense would have signified that he is a member of the scientific elite, and also the Khaled military. But it's a really nice figure to have, because it's something that really is a little bit different, and it's one of those things that a long time ago I did make a post-accident Davros, as in it literally just happened to him, and he was all sort of bloody and messy, and it looked quite good. But it was at that point people said about trying to make a pre-accident version, and it was always something I wanted to do, but I could never really find the right pieces of it, especially the head. And originally my plan was to completely re-sculpt an original Davros head, which would have been very difficult. So that's another reason I chose the Roger Delgado figure, is if I put the profile on, he has got the same sort of profile as Davros, the very hooked nose and the right sort of face shape. So it seemed best to pick the Roger Delgado master figure for that. But it's an idea that's been a long time coming, but I'm really pleased with how it's come out, because it is something, again, that is that bit different, and it is something that I know people have wanted to see for a long time. So it's a great figure to make. It's certainly an interesting one to see. I doubt it's something. Well, firstly, I doubt it's something we'll ever see for real, because firstly, I don't think there's a market for a figure like this, and secondly, obviously, to make a figure like this, obviously, it would mean that they would have to be very careful, especially with the BBC and character options. Everyone had to be very careful about the kind of symbolism they put in their toys, because no doubt if this was on a shelf and, well, if this was a real figure, I can already hear the parent groups and people making an uproar about it. So I don't think it's something we're ever going to see, but it's a great custom figure to make, and it's certainly an interesting one to have in my collection. It is a little bit dubious at first glance, I will admit, but once you know the story behind it, I think it certainly does. It certainly does look the part, and it certainly does look the part of Davros. But my camera is running out of time, so I'll say that is the end of a custom figure showcase and the end of my young Davros pre-accident Davros figure. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share. It really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you in another video very soon.